As a machinist, this episode here is about finding opportunities that exist right under our noses. You keep your mind to it, or keep it in the back of your mind anyhow, and opportunities are all over the place to start up a new business or to branch out into new things and find ways to apply your skills and your talents that satisfy your interests, and do things that are new, different, interesting, what have you. To that point, I want to mention something here about a weed, basically, called the GroundselBush. Now some people call it sea myrtle and other things that I don't know what the most common name is, because I don't know anyone that talks about these things here. But here in the Houston area of Texas, there's a very prevalent weed that's basically a large bush growing alongside our roads and all over the place. It actually gets to be a bit of a nuisance because it creates an awful lot of seeds, and they have a lot of vitality there. They have a very high germination rate, so these things pop up all over the place. I have a sprig of it right here that I'd like to show you. This here is popped up kind of all by itself in our backyard. We got a lot of them, so I decided to actually let some of them grow. Looked it up online, and so far as I can tell, it's called groundsel. Scientific name Baccharis halimifolia. I hope I got that right. And they grow fast and create a big bush. I've had my bushes here in the backyard are in the neighborhood of 12 feet tall and 12 feet in diameter. So they get pretty big. Big enough that you can cut pieces of it. And here's where the opportunity part comes in. Here's a section of it. I've got a couple more here. Some pieces of more or less wood. I never knew a weed could generate wood, but I guess it does, to the point where it actually drilled holes that go all the way through. And what do I plan on doing with these? Well, I kind of closed it temporarily, but I'd have a shop on Etsy that I called Noble Wood Designs, and I got into making lamps. So these here are pieces that I was going to make into to lamps. Closed it down temporarily because I've got other things to take care of. But it actually creates stems that are woody enough. Now, one of them, this one bush got really big, so in pruning that thing back, I actually chopped off a big branch, and here's a part of it. Growing up from the ground at a bit of an angle like that, and it's very porous. It's not hard like oak is. It's not dense. It's very soft, but it's got very unusual, if you will, growth rings, if you want to call them that. You can kind of see what we're talking about here. Highly susceptible to damage from various insects, in particular bugs. That's smart. In particular ants, is what I meant to say. It gets eaten up by ants. Ants like it, so you've got to be careful when you're working around these bushes. They can harbor ants, and of course you can't control them. It's not impossible. Ants are around all sorts of trees and shrubbery, so just be aware of that. But they're also somewhat susceptible to fungi, to various kinds of mushrooms and such. And I think that's why this piece of wood in particular is as contoured as it is, because the fungi get into it and eat away at it. Anyhow, it's an opportunity that I never would have expected to do things that are a little unusual, and there I go. I've got a free source of lumber, if you will, wood to use to make into lamps, and you just never know. Now this wood here, it may be a rather invasive species, but I believe it's native to the area. I think its range starts kind of southwest of Houston along the Gulf Coast and extends into Florida and all the way up the eastern seaboard, all the way up into Nova Scotia, as near as I can tell. So yeah, it's a fairly prevalent plant, but I'm just saying, look around you. You'll find all sorts of opportunities in the least suspecting places. So with that, I think I'll close. Thanks for listening. God bless. Have a good day.